lines. You need to realize that.
Okay.
You need...
I actually learned how to read in between lines, and it pisses me off because not everybody speaks like that. But I used to think everybody spoke like that, so when I used to think that there was supposed to be lines, I was supposed to read in between. And then when she says read in between the lines, there's no subtext in front of every single one of us as we speak. But like, I get what she means, but I don't. Because when she says men need to read in between the lines, what she means is she speaks in double speak, and when she says that, she wants it done a different way than what she said. But if I apply that to every she, then I'm going... Well, but you said you didn't want flowers, so I bought you flowers, so why are you yelling at me? But you said you didn't want me to show up, but I showed up anyway, so why are you mad at me? But you said no, but not no, so why am I in these cuffs? So am I the issue, or is the fact that women think that the whole entire, instead of using their whole entire vocabulary and being able to talk like we all can, the whole entire double speak, we should all learn it, even though we all don't do it. And reading in between the lines, we all should know it, even though we all don't do it and or know it. So I became one of the dudes that just doesn't give a fuck. Like, I can read in between the lines, but I'm still like, this shit looks questionable. She didn't say it with her chest. She didn't say it out. And I will admit, there's certain things I won't say out loud for fear of rejection. For fear of the fact that it's gonna, like, kill the mood or kill the vibe or shit like that. But for the fact of the matter is, a lot of arguments are started for the fact that women want us to be able to read in between the lines. They get mad at us when we ask directly, and they had the chance to be honest, but they're lying, not lying, just wanting me to put in effort and work and do all these fucking acrobats when we both speak the exact same fucking language. We have very good understanding of the words that we're using. We have concept. I think we have communication, but you're gonna get mad at me when I asked and you, yeah. And I'm the fucking asshole in all men. Like, if she and like every female that thinks like that is saying that all men, then yeah, I guess all men are trash because y'all can't fucking speak. If I'm thinking of all women that act like that when I say all women can't speak well, then yeah, I would be right, because how you expect us to read in between the lines when you could already say the lines that we're supposed to be reading in between lines? Please, could you remind me? Because, like, at some point or another, I used to be that type of asshole that would know that people are doing that to me and then just listen to them blink and then laugh to myself as they're being mad at me, because you're literally pissing yourself off. You literally have options and choices. I'm going to ask you in generally wanting your answer, and if I know that you're not telling me the truth, I'm gonna go with what I heard, not what I assume, not what I think, because to assume things and to think things that aren't there, isn't that fucking schizophrenia? Isn't that manipulation? Isn't that gaslighting? Isn't that fucking psychology 101? Why the fuck am I listening to you? Like, I'd love to thank you for, like, allowing and sharing the fact that you think like that. For whoever else agrees with you, clearly thinks like that. So that just means I just avoid every single one of you people, and maybe I can find the good people that look like you, but aren't you. And I'm not gonna hate them because they look like you, because they're not you. Restart, 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 restart. Now I'm gonna start this off with easier said than done. You are one of the like 2 or 3 people that actually compliment something halfway decent. It's like, oh, okay, let's talk. Well, the others want to be in their own delusional reality. That's fine. I live in my own delusional reality. You're all allowed to live in your own delusional reality. Stop bumping heads. Or you can try bumping heads with me, but unless you physically are bumping heads with me, I don't give a fuck. The internet shit's the internet shit. Everybody's big and bad on the internet. Everybody's different in real life. I am who I am, you guys are who you are, but you have a very good exact point though. Sometimes being honest does not work in my thought process on being honest. That's when you go to that double speak or you leave, because I say the double speak first because I've lived a life that's worthy of story. And I realize leaving seems easy, sounds good, but how do you leave when there's people that have guns to your head, dumbass? Oh. So yes, I get it. Use that as a last result. Well, I was more or less thinking, but didn't have time to think about or explain it. But like, you know, conversations. But as a first result, no, that's supposed to be a weapon, if anything. It's lying, essentially, in my mind. Lie when you need to, not just always. If they don't... Now I'm gonna start. Explain it, but like, you know, conversations. But as a first result, no, that's supposed to be a weapon, if anything.
I understand what you're saying.
And I know that I am probably doing that thing where when I have an interest, then I see the pattern everywhere. But I honestly wonder whether, like, the men who have, like, a really bad problem with this, and I'm not talking about the abuse you referred to, abuse is abuse, but as far as the doublespeak stuff, whether they are really just, like, autistic and weren't diagnosed and are now, like, applying that to women in general. Like, that, you know, for autistic people, when we listen to non-autistic people talking, they talk in a way that we don't understand. Doublespeak, like what you're talking about. It sounds like doublespeak. But that is just the holistic or neurotypical way of conversation, but it doesn't make sense to us. And so I just have to wonder, you know, are you, again, not excusing any abuse, but for the other stuff, are you just autistic? and then trying to say that the problems that you have understanding neurotypical, across the board neurotypical speech patterns, are just problems with women, you know? I have to wonder.
But, like, you know, conversations. But as a first result, no, that's supposed to be a weapon, if anything.